Puffshrooms, the key to the most expensive item in the game, the Planter of Plenty. It's a ridiculous cost, 25 turpentine, 100 caustic wax, 100 swirled wax and 100 super smoothies. In this in-depth guide, I'll show you the most optimal way to farm Puffshrooms, every possible drop you can get, and the mechanics behind them. If you're here just for one part, I've got timestamps below so you can jump straight to what you need. Without further ado, let's get right into the first topic. First of all, I'll cover how to farm Puffshrooms in the most effective and efficient way possible, starting with the best strategy for late game players. This involves the 15B zone. You basically want one player on each of the 5 fields: rose, pine, cactus, pumpkin and also including strawberry. This traps every Pushroom within those 5 fields, letting you rack up a massive amount of Puffshrooms. So how do you actually pull this off? First, you need a smoking planter. Harvest a smoking planter placed a good distance away from those 5 fields. That way, the puffs are already high level by the time they reach the 15B zone. Once there are a decent amount of puffs, everyone takes their spot. A blue hive in pine, a red hive in strawberry, a red hive in rose, a red or white hive in both pumpkin and cactus. White hives are the better pick for pumpkin and cactus, but red still works fine. For the full 5 minutes the puffs are active, everyone boosts in their field and focuses on popping as many puffs as possible. If a player spots a legendary or mythic Pushroom, they call it out, and everyone moves together to that field to pop it as a group. Legendary and mythic puffs drop rewards that matter the most for endgame players. If you're running with a big enough group, you can harvest a smoking planter every 5 minutes to chain the Pushrooms together. For early game players, who may not have many good planters unlocked and can't spawn puffs through smoking planters, there's another way. Every time real life clock hits a quarter past or a quarter till the hour, so 10:15 or 10:45 for example, a level 1 Pushrooms spawn in a random field. That gives you 48 natural puff spawns per 24 hours. Puffshrooms level up when they travel to a field they haven't visited before, so try to chase them around the map to get the best chance at high level high rarity Pushrooms. This strategy is less efficient than the 15B zone method, but is completely viable and it works solo. I will now quickly run through the possible drops for every Puffshroom rarity. It goes without saying, the higher rarity the Puffshroom, the better the loot table. Common Puffshrooms drop items like royal jelly, tickets, fruits and soft wax. Rare Puffshrooms drop both soft and hard wax, along with field dice, smooth dice, glitter and glue. This makes rare Pushrooms a great for early game and mid game players farming naturally spawned Pushrooms on their own. Epic Pushrooms include all rare tier loot plus swirled wax, loaded dice and robo passes. Legendary Pushrooms share the same loot as epics, but have a chance to drop caustic wax and turpentine, arguably the most rare and useful endgame items for crafting. Mythic Pushrooms have almost the exact same loot table as legendaries, but with noticeably higher odds of dropping those rare waxes and turpentine. This last chapter will be about how Pushrooms work and from what level each rarity can appear. Now let's talk about how Pushrooms actually work under the hood and what level each rarity needs to hit before it even has a chance to appear. Every Pushroom levels up based on where it travels. If a Pushroom moves to a field that its ancestor haven't touched in the last 8 generations, it gets a chance to level up. But if an ancestor has already been through that field recently, the Pushroom can actually level down instead. That's why consistently moving your puffs to fresh fields is so important. It's not just for looks, it directly affects your odds on getting something good. Now here's the part that really matters. Rarity is tied directly to level. Each rarity has a chance to spawn once the Pushroom crosses a certain level threshold. And the higher the level, the better your odds. Common Pushrooms appear from level 1. Rare Pushroom need a level 5 or higher. Epic Pushrooms need a level 8 or higher. Legendary Pushrooms need a level 10 or higher. And Mythic Pushrooms need a level 12 or higher. So realistically, if you want any shot at Mythic, you need to be aggressively leveling your Pushrooms by bouncing them through fields they haven't been to recently. Not just letting them sit in one field.